blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Buffalo Bills. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Mike, 49. I'm not ready.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill. 47. I'm coming. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And that's Elliott, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Elliott. 7 yards there and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Check. Lucky.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
This is Elliott, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But they took the shot, didn't get it, and there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From midfield, here's Allen going deep for Diggs. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And here's Allen to throw again. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
What twist? We're going to 54. Why
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. And it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check three. 49's the mic. Go, get out there.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Undercross. Kill. 27, 26.
Here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. There he goes left side. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. A.J. Klein. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Alston. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Under. 49, guys. Mike, 49. You don't want nothing.
On third down, it's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Allen going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he's able to find Diggs. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st down, Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Allen now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
My
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had.
Stephon Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Prescott. Flush to his right. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Tight dog. Hey, 47.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. Got him in. It's Brown. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. Allen throwing complete to Foster, and they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to work. And the return will stop right around the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On second down now, it's Elliott, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
46. Chance. Mike's 49.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 3rd down gain of 19. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line.
49 the Mike. Here we go, 46. Go. Get out there. Motion.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Kill! 47. Lock 49. I'm coming. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Go to 54. Line 8. 47. 49 the mic. Watch 49 over. Switch is A. The mic. Bring it. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
You got to go to 54. Line 8. That's it. Under. He's moving, boys. He's moving. 26.
4th down, Prescott. This is caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. Stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to make things a bit more respectable. Zerline connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Stay tight.
Now Allen. This will be caught by Brown.
Let's go.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Alert!
So Allen's going to look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Watch the pass. Check 9. Alert! Hey, orbit.
Now Allen again. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And now here is another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Bang, 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 bang. 40. We're going to 54. Why in? Go. Get out there. Watch QB jump. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hayward. 49, guys. Mike, 49. All day.
Prescott from the gun. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
47. Hey, pick it up. Sweat. Hey, Mike's 49. 26.
On second down, Prescott again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin, and it's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, 47. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. Watch the curl. Under.
They'll throw again. Prescott completes it to Austin. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
They're running it. Deuce. Hey, kill. 47. Keep it up. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Coming, baby. Gun. Here we go. Go to 54. Line 26.
One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here